Hi, good morning. Here we are, Saturday morning at the office with me, Lynn Pierce. So, welcome. I'm starting a little bit early today, and I think we've got this figured out. I'm starting with having it not try to use their Wi-Fi, so we'll see how that works. It's a little noisy here today with spring break and everything, but hopefully we'll be okay. I do have a lavalier mic, and I tried it this morning. I have to confess, I bought it before I moved back to Cabo 5 years ago, and I've never used it, so it's possible that the battery's dead, or else I just don't know how to hook it up to my phone for some reason, if there's something special that I have to do. But every week, I swear, I'm getting a little better. I'll get this figured out. Hopefully this isn't going to cut out this time. I think having the mic will probably help not have as much background noise of people talking and everything. And also today I decided that I would write myself some notes so that I would have something to talk about rather than talking off the top of my head, which I'm usually pretty good at. But there were some things that came up this week for me that I thought, okay, that would be a good thing to talk about for people over 50 that are looking to do something new, either starting their first business as an entrepreneur after leaving a corporate career, women who find themselves as empty nesters now with their kids out of college and moving on, looking for something to do, or situations like me where I went away for a while from my business and now I'm back. And it's really a situation of beginning again rather than starting over. I got that from Diane Conklin when I interviewed her for Your Ageless Life and Business, and I really loved that she looked at her transformation after her speed bump as beginning again rather than starting over. And I thought that's a much more positive way of looking at it. So that's what I'm doing. But I'm beginning again not as a beginner because I already had all these years experience since 2001 of being an entrepreneur, being an information marketer, being on the internet as a marketer when things were still pretty new. I created my first information product in 2001, and I think it was 2003 when I started my weekly e-zine. I've created so many products. At one point, I had to make a list because I couldn't remember all the different things that I had created. So, content creation is definitely my specialty. And coming back, the first thing that I thought of to do was doing this telesummit with women sharing their stories similar to mine of some type of speed bump in their life and the transformation and then the success they had after that. I don't know that I would recommend that for a real beginner as a first thing to do because there is a lot that goes on behind the scenes, a lot of moving parts for something like that. But I actually had never done a telesummit before. All the years that I had my business, I was big on life. I did the Women's Business Empowerment Summit starting in 2004, and that was a 3-day event with all the top information marketers, speakers, and some people that are huge now that I helped them get started in their businesses as a speaker. And I thought, okay, this has to be a whole lot easier than spending 5 or 6 months of the year putting together these huge live events, multi-speaker events. But then when I got started, I realized the time frame I gave myself as an out-of-the-chute project was probably a little short. And there was a lot more to it once I got into it. But it gave me a perspective, and it showed me what it's like to be starting over. So now when I work with clients and in products that I'll create, programs I'll create in the future, I have a new appreciation for what it feels like to be a beginner, because some of the technology that we're using these days was new, and I had to learn that from scratch. But one of the things that I started doing after the Telesummit ended was looking at, okay, that's over, what now? And I decided that, well, there are still a few people that do e-zines, but I decided I wasn't going to do a weekly e-zine, that I would do a daily email. So after my meditation and my morning ritual, I come downstairs and I get on my computer and I write an email to everyone that's subscribed. And that means if you've been to my website and you've signed up for one of the free gifts that are in the right-hand column there, whether it's the Personal Manifesto, which I recommend everybody go to agelesslifestyleafter50.com and get the free report on doing your own personal manifesto. That is, I think it's vital to have that just in life. Even if you never want to create a business, just having that manifesto and those statements of who you are, who you want to become, what's important to you, what you stand for, it creates a document that becomes the foundation for your life, the foundation that every decision that you make is then measured against those statements. Is this decision that you're about to make taking you closer to who you want to be and how you want to live your ageless life, or is it taking you further away? It helps prevent that bright, shiny object syndrome when you find yourself chasing this new hot thing. If you looked at everything ahead of time and said, do I really need this right now? Is this something that's going to get me closer to my goal, closer to being the person I want to be? It makes it really easy. It's either a clear yes or a clear no. So I can't recommend doing the personal manifesto highly enough. But so everybody that's ever subscribed to anything gets that daily email. And then a couple days into it, I think after the first day of writing the daily email, I decided that I would also turn it into a blog post. So then I turned it into a blog post, and then I put it to all my different social media so that people that aren't on my list yet can go back to my blog and read it, and that way nobody misses out. This week, I started redoing web pages so that I can start bringing my products back, and that's going to be a big project. Like I said, I've got so many products, so I'm starting at the beginning and taking them in order of building an ageless life and building an ageless business, and what are the tools that people need to do that. So the first thing I'm bringing back is the personal growth 40-day personal transformation system called Change One Thing, Change Your Life. It was the first product that I created back in 2001. And is a series of 40 daily lessons that you go through. And there's an affirmation, there's a discussion about, okay, so what does this look like? What does this mean in my daily life? And then there's journaling questions that you answer. And so you can do that every morning. It's a great way to start your day, to add to your morning rituals. But if you do that for 40 days, it's amazing how your life changes. It is just the coolest thing. There's something magical about doing 40 days in a row without a break that cements things in your mind the way it doesn't happen otherwise if you just do 5 days and then skip a day. So I would highly recommend doing your best to do it 40 days in a row. It's also something that for quite a while I just kept cycling 40 days, 40 days, 40 days because it was such an up-leveling of things that were happening in my life, but also the deepening of the spiritual connection that I had. I was getting clear on who I was, how I operated, what I was all about by answering these questions. And when you go through it the second 40 days and you see in your journal that you're not answering the questions the same way, that something has shifted in you. And the way it's written, I created it so that it's not attacking your ego. It's very subtly coming in through the side by opening up a different perspective, asking you to consider that something could be different. And all I know is that it really works, and it's worked for me and thousands of other people that have done it over the last 16 years. So that's the first thing that I'm doing. And yesterday, I decided, okay, Wednesday I started working on the page for that and bringing it back. I went through some of my old documents and I actually found the original sales copy from 2001, which is quite a trip to read what I created the very first time I attempted to do any kind of sales letter. The marketing speak in it is certainly something that I wouldn't do or won't do when I sit down to write some new copy for it. But I thought, you know what? Why don't I give people the opportunity to get this right now and not have to wait until I redo the cover, redo the formatting. I also want to add a separate journal to it so that you can have two pieces. And so I thought, okay, I'll offer it to the people that are subscribers right now, or people that are watching this, for a $50 discount. It's a little over 50%, so it's a $97 program, but I put it on my blog yesterday afternoon for $47. So you can go to agelesslifestyleafter50.com and you'll see the post that was just done yesterday is about change one thing, change your life. And so you can get that for $47. And then as soon as I get the new version redone with this separate journal, I'll send you a copy of that for free. So you get the original one right now that you can start doing the 40 days. And then when I have the new one available, I'll give that to you just as a gift. So I think I'll do that probably for each new product as I release it. But I'm going to be focusing right now on Change One Thing because I think it's so important for people to start. After creating your personal manifesto, that is huge. Please go and get that special report. I can't tell you what a huge difference that would make in your life when you create your personal manifesto. And if you have questions when you're going through it, if you'd like me to look at it and see if your statements are strong enough, then I'm happy to talk to you. You can always email me. Interacting and communicating with people is something that's really important to me. So don't ever feel that you can't email me or Facebook me or anything else. I'm more than happy to connect with you. So, any questions that you have, feel free. But so I think my breakfast is probably going to be coming in the next couple of minutes, and it's sitting noisier here as all these spring break people are waking up. Hopefully they aren't blocking too much of your view of the beach. But I will keep that page up so that you can go there to agelesslifestyleafter50.com and take advantage of that offer that I made to my subscribers yesterday. And any questions you have, anything you'd like to have me discuss on these Saturday morning visits to the beach, just let me know. And I will see you right here at the office next Saturday morning. This is Lynn Pierce. Bye for now.